Okay, so in previous session we have seen two types of problem for least square method. Both the problems were of same variety, that is the value of sigma x was equal to 0. Only the type of problems were with respect to the number of periods for which the data set is given to us. So if we are having odd number of periods, then what to do for sigma x equal to 0? And if we are having even number of periods, how to calculate or how to apply the least square method for sigma x equal to 0, that we have seen. So if you remember the problems we have seen yesterday, so this was the first problem, this was the second problem, this was the first problem. So some years were given and certain cell it was given. Okay, so what we find is there is no direct relationship between the value of your year and the cell what we have. Years are simply in the ascending order and the sales values, they are as it is. So somewhere they are increasing, somewhere they are decreasing. So there is no direct relationship between the value of year and the sales what we have. Similarly, if we go to the second problem, here we are having certain years and the sales in terms of thousand. Again, here we can see there is no direct relationship between the value of year and the corresponding sale. So sometimes the year is increasing, but the sales are decreasing. Sometimes you will find, let us say, if you go to this, is it happening anywhere? So as far as this problem is concerned, you will find that the sale is increasing as the years are increasing, but there is no direct relationship between the year and the sales. It is not like that if the year is 1987, then the value will be 33 because it depends upon this 1987 year, something like this. So there is no relationship as such between the two parameters which are given. But when there is certain relationship between the two parameters which are given, like you can see this particular problem, this is a market research carried out for the machine washing machine demand with respect to the population. So if we take the survey and if we do the research and find out the data with respect to, let us say, past few years and the washing machine demand, then we say there is no relationship. But when there is a parameter like population and number of washing machines demanded, obviously there will be certain relationship. If the population is less, the number of washing machines required will be less. If the population is high, the washing machines required will go on increasing. So these two parameters, they have certain relationship between each other. If one is increasing, other will have a certain increment, other will have also increasing trend in your values in your data what is available. So whenever there are two parameters given which are interlinked, interdependent, they have certain relationship between them, then in that particular case we should consider that the value of sigma x should not be equal to 0. Okay, and in that case, when the value of sigma x summation x should not be equal to 0, the calculation of the constants a and b is not same as previous. It will be in some different format. So you can see the value of a is equal to summation y into summation x square bracket minus inside bracket summation x into summation xy bracket complete divided by total number of periods n into summation x square bracket complete minus summation x bracket square, and the value of b, it is total number of periods n into summation xy minus summation x into summation y divided by n into summation x square minus summation x bracket square. So please note down this. least square method when summation x is not equal to 0. When this summation x is not equal to 0, there exists some relationship between the two given parameters. As we have discussed, one parameter is dependent on the value of other parameter. In that particular case, the value of a and b, they should be calculated like the formulae which are in front of you. And these formulae, if you see, they are in terms of sigma y, sigma x square, sigma x, sigma xy, n into sigma x square, sigma x bracket square, etc. So ultimately, again, we should have some x and y. We should be able to get the sigma x, sigma y, sigma x square, sigma xy. These values we should calculate, and then we can get the value for your forecasting. Okay. So please note down this formula. Title should be least square method with summation x not equal to 0. This is possible when there exists some relationship between the two parameters. Okay. Once you finish writing this a and b formulae, please tell me so that we can directly go to the problem.
Complete, sir.
Completed. Okay. What about others?
Done,
Finished?
sir.
Okay. So let us move to the problem. So a company manufacturing washing machine establishes a fact that there exists a relationship between sale of washing machine and the population of the city. The market research carried out reveals the following information. So parallel, you can just note down this problem. Population in millions, it is 5, 7, 15, 22, 27, 36. Time being, you can just note down the table, because that upper theoretical lines, statements, they are not much important. What is more important is the hello, audible.
Yes, now audible,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, just note down the problem, and while noting down the problem, more priority give it to the table population in millions and number of washing machines demanded in terms of thousand. So 5, 7, 15, 22, 27, 36, that is population, and number of. Sandesh says no sound. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So number of washing machines demanded in 1000 are 28, 40, 65, 80, 96, 130. So please note down the table. Once your table is complete, note down the question at the bottom. Fit a regression analysis equation and estimate the demand for the city with a population of 45 million. So these are various cities, and this is the population of the city: 5, 7, 15, 22, 27, 36. These are the various city and their populations. And corresponding to these populations, the number of washing machines which are demanded, they are 28, 40, 65, 80, 96, 130. So we have to fit a regression analysis equation, and we have to find out the estimate of demand for a city which is having population of 45 million. So please note down this, and once it is complete, please tell me. Yes, Sneha
Complete,
says
sir.
done. Yeah, Pratiksha says done. I hope remaining all also have finished. Even if anything is remaining, once the same data will be entered into tabular format, you can again go through the, because these rows will be converted into columns and then further analysis we will be doing. So now you can see, if this kind of problems are given where the two parameters which are given, they have some direct relationship between them. So you can consider one parameter as population, that is X, and other parameter, that is washing machine, is Y. Why we are saying like this? Because X is independent, but Y is dependent on X. As the population is increasing, the washing machines are, number of washing machines demanded, they are increasing. It is not vice versa. It is not like if washing machines are more required means population is more. So population is base. Population is high, so corresponding demand for washing machines will be high. So 5, 7, 15, 22, 27, 36, that is the value of X. And the dependent variable, that is demand for washing machine, that is assigned the value as Y. It is 28, 40, 65, 80, 96, 130. So these are the first two columns. So try to find out summation for X and summation for Y using the first two columns. Similarly, try to calculate the value for third column, which is X square. So 5, 7, 15, 22, 27, 36, square of this. Enter that into X square column, and the multiplication product of column number 1 and 2, that is X and Y, it should be in the last column, that is XY. And once you have this X square and XY column ready, take the summation for the column and please check the values which have been mentioned in the last row of your table. So summation X, whether it is equal to 112, summation Y, whether it is equal to 439, summation X square, whether it is equal to 2808, and summation of X into Y product, whether it is 10427. The two rows, two parameters which are given, we have simply put them into columns, one as X, other as Y. So X is the baseline or independent parameter and Y is your dependent parameter on X. Then we are going for X square and X into Y and taking the summation of all the columns. So we should have the value of summation X, summation Y, summation X square and summation XY. So try to complete this table and cross check the values of the summations which are given in the last row. So I'm just highlighting that row. So these are the various values. So one by one cross check, and once your all four values are correct, yes, Anaga says tally, means sigma X, sigma Y, sigma X square and sigma XY, all values are correct. Similarly, for other students also, please check the values and put your reply in message. Yes, Pratiksha says correct. So others also will get values correct because two people have cross-checked the values. So my calculation is also cross-checked by two people and they are also getting the same values. Now try to apply the formula for A. What is the formula for A? Sigma Y into sigma X square minus sigma X into sigma XY divided by N into sigma X square minus sigma X bracket square. Then substitute the values, whatever you have got. So sigma Y is 439 multiplied by sigma X square 2808 minus sigma X, it is 112 multiplied by sigma XY, it is 10427. So numerator is over, divided by Number of periods are 6 periods. So 6 multiplied by sigma x square, it is 2808 minus sigma x bracket square. So it is 112 bracket square. So only the distinction is sigma x square and sigma x bracket square. So appropriate value should be put at appropriate place. When I say sigma x square, it is a summation of x square column. And when I say sigma x bracket square, it is summation of x column and the value bracket square. So once you complete this calculation, please make comparison with the value of a which is displayed over here. The value of a, it should be 64888 divided by 4304. So approximately your value should match with this as 15.076 or 15.08.
15.08.
Okay. I request other students also to respond. Not only few students should give the response.
Yes, sir, we are solving.
Okay, you can take your time. But once you complete, at least put in chat box that you have finished, so that I will get a feedback that students are solving and their answers are matching with the answers which are displayed.
Definitely, sir.
Is there any query in the table or in the calculations? Those who have got the value for A, they can move further and try to find out the value for B. Yes. Nisha Gaukar, 15.083. Good. So others can note down the formula for B. Already you must have noted down earlier. If not, you can note down the formula n into sigma xy minus sigma x into sigma y divided by n into sigma x square minus sigma x bracket square. Yes, Rasmiya, answer is correct. So move to the next, that is calculation for B. So you can substitute the values and you can check the answer for B. It should be 13394 divided by 4304 equal to 3.1119. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Pratiksha, it is exactly matching. Anagha, yes, it is correct. So those who have got the values for A and B both correct, they can substitute that values of A and B in the same equation, y is equal to A plus bx. Okay. And now the value of this x is going to change with the new population which is given for another city. So substitute that population and try to find out the prediction or the estimate of sales, estimate of demand for that city for which the population is given. So the value of A is 15.0762, value of B is 3.1119. Substituting these values, my equation should be y is equal to A plus bx, that is y is equal to 15.0762 plus 3.1119x, and with, so this is nothing but the answer for first question, that fit a regression for the given trend or for the given data. And once you have this regression available for the given data, for the population of 45 million, we have to consider the value of x is equal to 45, because x in this case we have considered the population in million, whatever is given in the data. So substituting the value of x as 45, the demand for washing machine is going to be equal to 15.0762 plus 3.1119 multiplied by 45. So y is equal to 155.112. So in terms of thousands, we can say 155,112 units, because the sales, it has been mentioned in terms of 1000. So this should be the final answer.
Yes, sir.
Yes, 155.1155. Okay. But whatever you have got, that value is for y. But when we write the final answer, that answer should be written as in terms of units. And when we say in terms of units, we should multiply it by 1000, because they have given that the sales value, they are in 1000. So you can see the number of washing machines demanded in bracket 000. So the final answer when you are writing, value is correct, but more appropriate is writing the value in terms of the actual number of units which are expected to be sold for 45 million population is 155,112 units.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.